Hello again, YouTube. This is Truth Man giving you the truth. On this video, I want to talk about things that other YouTubers say that I do agree with. And this one is coming from one of my preferred content creators, Coach Greg Adams. Now, Coach Greg doesn't admit this, but he lived in Milwaukee for some time. I watched his video. He admitted it, that particular point, a couple times. I believe he might have been born in Milwaukee because I think I would have to, well, the person I would ask passed away, but I believe I know who his father is. And if that's, like I said, the person I could have asked passed away. But I think he was born in Milwaukee and spent some time while he was younger here. And a lot of time when people have wisdom like Coach Greg Adams does, it's usually shaped by their experiences. Like I heard him talking at one particular time that he was getting ready to sign to go to John Marshall, and something happened. He ended up going to Greendale, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I watch a lot of his videos, so I know. But when he says, what I want to talk about on this one is when he says to get out of the black community. You know, he calls them straggle daggles. He says, get out of the black community, save yourself. I agree with him. Let me show y'all something real quick. Okay, my neighborhood is close to where I am. This is this is not the worst area of Milwaukee, but this is close to it. Like, okay, let me show y'all. Y'all see that? This is an extension of my neighborhood. Like, I'm getting ready to ride past the area that I grew up in, which is basically 19th and Hampton, you know, and that is deceptively quiet at times, but to this day, it's the hood. Like, in some ways, it was worse when all of us, like our generation, were out there in our teens and 20s, but in some ways, it's worse now. And what I do is, like, I limit how many deliveries that I take in the hood. And I would say at least maybe 70 or 80% of Milwaukee is the hood. Like, it's 20% are decent areas, suburban areas, so on and so forth. But 80% of it is the hood. And it's filled with guys who are looking for quick fixes. It's filled with guys who will jump you. They'll put 4 guns in your face. But then some of them will be like this when they by themselves. They won't even look you in the face. But they'll do stuff by themselves too. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm telling you is, this is the park right here that we spent a lot of time in. This is my neighborhood right here. This is where I grew up at. Right here. This is like Green Bay Avenue. And you see where that intersection is? That's Green Bay Avenue and Hampton Avenue. Now you go over 2 blocks. That's where I grew up at. In that house. We still have the house to this day. That's where I grew up at. This area right here. Now, I don't like to come over here. It's a lot of people that's still here, you know. But this Hampton itself has a rep. As I told y'all before about the clique that we started. that people will get mad because of how I am. They don't think that I had nothing to do with that because of how I am now. You're a fool. People change, man. And like he said, you want things to get better. This is what we call a brown house. Coldest water. Practically, I don't know about now, but the coldest water you'll ever drink. People used to ride their bikes up there to get water, to fill bottles with water. Because that was like some of the best water you could have that came out of that bubbler. Those are bathrooms right there. We called it the brown house. And it's a bubbler that used to have the coldest water there is. Okay, and those are Lincoln courts right there. That's Lincoln. It's really called Mukes Park, but that's Lincoln. We call it Lincoln. This is the courts we played on very extensively as kids. I wouldn't go up there now. I wouldn't play basketball at Lincoln or McGovern Park, which is going towards this block that I'm getting ready to turn on, which is Silver Spring. So when he says get out of the community, I understand fully, and I agree with him 100%. Here's why. Not because I don't care, not because I don't want to see it do good, but because I know the truth. And I know that most people will kill you. Remember what he said on the movie The Matrix? Remember when he said that people fight to protect the Matrix? A lot of people don't want nothing better. They just want quick fixes. You get rich and you give it to them. That's why if you have aspirations to get rich, if you're doing good for yourself, you can't go back to your old hood. You see what happened to, what's his name, Lamont Richardson from Moesha? Like, I remember he used to be on 27th Street. He grew up on 27th Street. And I used to be over there sometimes. So I know. He kept going back to his neighborhood. First time he got robbed. The second time somebody shot him in his head. And now he's gone. You don't owe people nothing. You know who you owe? Yourself. If you have a unicorn wife. And if you have kids. That's who you owe. You don't owe nobody else. But anyway, I'm getting close to my destination. Yeah, I agree with Coach Greg on that, man. 100%. Like, he's right. Thanks for watching. Keep tuning in for more videos. Now, I'll see you with more later.